Zetsubou no Shima might be my favorite base game map for Black Ops 3. I love this map so much. It's the first one I really got a hold of. Like, I could survive fine on all of them and come pack a punch and whatnot, but it is the first map out of all of them for me to really delve into and try to figure everything out. And just for that reason alone, it stands out to me like crazy. So we're going to do the normal zombie review stuff. Some pros, some cons. I'll give a rating, a recommendation, and then we'll call it a video. So let's get started. For pros, I think the wonder weapons in this map are super cool. You have the KT-4, which kind of spits acid. The Matsumoon, I think it's pronounced, which is the upgraded version of the KT-4. And then the Skull of Nansapwe, which is the most OP wonder weapon. Like, ridiculously strong. And not even really that hard to get once you know what to do. And I remembered a surprising amount for how long it's been since I've actually sat down and played this map, like, legitimately. And it was just a blast. Another pro is the bonus zombies. I think they fit the setting, like, obviously, but they're really cool. Like, it's not like hellhounds or jumping jacks, it's spiders. And just gonna say this now as a heads up, if you have arachnophobia, might want to look away, because there are a decent amount of spiders that are in this video. Because they're not only a common enemy, but there is a hidden mini-boss that you can unlock too, which is a giant spider. Another mini-boss in the map is the Thrasher. He, for me though, is kind of more of a con, so we'll talk about him when we get to the cons. But yeah, what else? Wall weapons. Wall weapons. They're pretty evenly spaced out, I'd say. Not too bad, not too far away. Decent variation. I was forgetting, like, where they were and which one I had and which one I didn't. That's another con right there that you're seeing on screen. But we'll talk about that when we get to the cons again. The little side things you can do in this map are like building a shield, which is pretty basic for Black Ops 3. Building a gas mask, which is super easy to do. There are trials you can do, which each game it'll give you 3 different trials to complete. None of them really too hard or too difficult to get. I had them all done, I think, by like round 15. Maybe a little higher than that, but that's still not too bad. The trial of Nansapwe to get the skull, super easy. You just take these skulls to different baths or different fountains, clean them off, take them back, and then do like a fight against the keepers, which are those ghosts from Shadows of Evil, but they're super easy. Even on solo, like, I didn't have a single problem. The wonder weapon itself isn't really too hard to build. You can have it done fairly early. There is a bit of luck involved, as one of the pieces is dropped from the zombie, and mine didn't drop till like round 17. So, and if it did earlier than that, I just didn't see it. But it is a bit of luck involved with that. The pack-a-punch is super easy to obtain. Pretty straightforward, actually. The camo's pretty dope. I do like the camo of it on this map. What else? Perk placement. Again, not too bad. I think there's only one perk location that stays the same, or 2, being Quick Revive and Juggernaut. The other ones kind of move around from game to game, but once you know where all the locations are for the perks, it's not too hard. Upgrading the weapon, the wonder weapon, the KT-4 isn't too hard either. It's pretty straightforward again. Another thing I was able to kind of piece together. This right here is the Trial of Nansapwe, and as you'll see, it's really easy. And I do show off some gameplay. That thing is legit like the strongest wonder weapon I think I've seen in zombies. Like, it's ridiculously OP. Especially for it kind of having infinite ammo when you think about it, with once it's used up, you just have to charge it by getting more kills. Like, it's really not too bad. Let's see, what other pros? I just really like this map. Like, and there's plants you can get. You get seeds and pots of water to water the plants and they get different things, whether it be a fruit, which may give you another perk slot, or it'll give you weapons or power-up drops, just a ton of different things. Sometimes you can turn them into a trap if you give them certain types of water. This is me using that thing, and like that right there only used, like what I did with that only used up 30 bullets or 30 ammunition from it out of 100, which is wild. Like that thing saved me a couple times during this match. I think right here I should show the spider fight, but yeah, we have to get into cons because we're doing pretty decent time. Cons, like I said, the Thrasher is super annoying. I don't know. I feel like at first they're not too bad, but the further you get in the game, the more they spawn at a time. And it's not like they're insanely difficult to take down, but if you don't really take them all, like if you don't take them down in one go, they have 3 spots that you have to pop on their body. They're like spore fungus things. And if you don't get them, they'll like eat a zombie and replenish one. And then if you kill one of them in a group of zombies, then the chances are at least 1 or 2 of those zombies is going to turn into one. And then that gets annoying. And if you don't have the gas mask, then like it can stop you in your tracks. Like even with stamina up, you start to move slower because of it. And it's just, it's a rough time. And they just really bug me as a boss. I think if they didn't spawn as often, it wouldn't be as bad. But they kind of come by like the group once you start to get up there in the rounds. And if you, I mean, it's not just if you're playing with a group. It can happen solo, but I feel like it happens more when you're playing with multiple people. If someone gets down and the Thrasher gets to them before you do, the Thrasher will eat them, and then it just kills them. And it's very annoying. I'm just not a fan. And the spiders, I think they are cool. Like I've said, they are pro, because I do like the differentiation in it, that it wasn't just hellhounds. But they do kind of bug me when they start to like block pathways with spider webbing. I get it's a part of the map, but I don't know, it bugs me a little bit. But yeah, I mean, with those really being the only cons, and like everything in the map is pretty straightforward and easy to do, I'd say this map is an 8.5. I was gonna give it a 9, but I don't know if it's that high. So I think 8.5 I feel pretty good about that. And I do recommend it. I know I recommend like every map, but I love zombies as a whole. And I'm having a good time doing this series. But this is one I do really recommend stepping back in. Like, there's a decent amount to do, so it's not just surviving. There's not too much bad about the map. It's pretty straightforward. I enjoyed it a lot. Probably going to play it some more after this. So, yeah, hope you enjoyed. If you're watching early on, have a good rest of your day. And I hope you have a good day. Until the next one, keep surviving. And next up is Garad Krovi. That'll be tomorrow. So, look out for that. And until then, see ya.